They say it's not if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. I disagree. It's about winning.
Today at American Gladiators, the first half final and a spot in the Grand Championship. Mark Ortega versus Tim Goldrick. Mark has been a point-scoring powerhouse, our undisputed king of swing. The first and only contender to reach the highest of heights.
Swingshot is the key. It's my game. It should put me over the top.
But don't underestimate Tim Goldrick. If you watched last week's semifinal, you know he's here by the hair of his chinny chin chin. He's got the momentum now.
That was great, yeah!
Getting ready to go. It's time.
In the women's final, a rematch. The customer rep versus the construction worker. Last time, Kimberley Lentz came from behind in the Eliminator and prevailed. But steel-faced Kristi Kropp is undaunted. She wants to settle the score. The American Gladiators are primed and ready. They know that today is a day for champions only.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Gladiator Arena in Los Angeles, California, here are your American Gladiators. Diamond, Gemini, let the games begin!
Today on the American Gladiators, the final straightaway on the road to the Grand Championship. Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamle, along with NFL Hall of Famer Larry Zonka. And proof positive that our contenders will expend every ounce of energy they have to win. One need only to go back to last week when Kaz Worthington did a complete flip, almost nipping Tim Goldrick at the wire in the Eliminator. Well, Tim is back after that exciting semifinal victory over Kaz. He joins us now from the Contenders locker room. And Tim, have you had a chance to reflect on that fantastic finish? And what are your thoughts about today's competition?
I haven't stopped thinking about that finish all week long. I keep going over it, and I hope today is not as close. I better build up bigger a lead than that.
Larry, Tim's opposition will come from another very talented and athletic Californian, Mark Ortega. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, Mark Ortega's kind of been our blue-collar worker around here. He shows up with his lunchbox, goes to work, scores a few points early, comes through in the Eliminator.
To get to this first half final, Mark Ortega beat Johnny Vineyard in the semifinals. Tim Goldrick beat Kaz Worthington. The winner here goes on to our Grand Championship. The first event for the men is Atlasphere, and loading into their Atlaspheres for the Gladiators, Nitro. He is taken to this event. Doesn't carry some of the size of his partner, Thunder, but both these men together are capable of throwing the shutout at the Contenders.
Shot of Tim Goldrick comes to us from Canyon Country, California. Tim has kind of an unusual objective. He told me recently he wants to retire by the time he's 40.
What's unusual about that?
Be nice, wouldn't it? And Mark Ortega, Fullerton, California, told me that if he was a gladiator, his name would be Cobra. Sort of fits his style.
And Atlasphere is brought to you by Skittles Bite-Sized Candies, also in Wildberry, Tart and Tangy, and Tropical. And a look at one of the 4 numbered scoring pods. Each goal in the 60-second game worth 3 points.
Gladiators!
Here they come.
Goldrick good at this event through the preliminary round. Boom! Goldrick making a nice move. He's breaking open for pod number 3.
He's got it.
He's also trapped now.
This is exactly what Thunder and Nitro want, to have them pinned in the corner. They can't move.
Mark Ortega not really doing that well in preliminary rounds of this event. He's had his problems, and that's surprising with his football background. He's got an opening now. Nope, he's denied.
But Goldie got it in scoring pod number 4. It's amazing how quickly he gets that Atlasphere moving. Again, he scores a number 1.
He throws his body, Mike. His rooting section deafening over here. Ortega almost goes up into the nickel seats. His time runs out.
And Tim Goldrick jumps out to the early 9-0 lead. Mark Ortega continues to struggle in this event.
Goldrick likes this event. You know, he said before he'll do whatever it takes. Look at this. He literally is standing on his head trying to get the score. Misses it there, but goes on and makes several others.
If you're going to go down first, we'll cross.
Okay. Then
I'll hold off and I'll wait.
Go for
And if anything
Who's in the
happens,
yellow,
you'll
Catherine?
switch. Okay.
Zamp and Ice discussing their strategy. A look at Kristi Kropp and Kimberley Lentz, our first half finalists.
Kristi Kropp comes to us from Andover, Minnesota, where she's a part-time construction worker, knows how to handle a jackhammer, and has showed us she can do a lot of other things here on American Gladiator. Her competition, Kimberley Lentz, the comeback kid, 5'4", 135 pounds of pure dynamite.
And to get to this first half final, Kimberley beat the bull rider Johnny Jankowski in the semifinals. As we mentioned before, Kristi Kropp qualified as a wild card. She beat Denise Chase. These two met before in the second round, with Kimberley coming out the winner.
Gladiators, ready!
Here they go.
A little X action by the Gladiators, switching off.
Kimberley now moving towards scoring pod number 3, settles in, she's got it. And now Kristi's got one in scoring pod number 1.
But she's also got Zap right in her face, puts a nice move on Zap. She's open for 2. And I don't know if she got it or not. Doesn't appear that she scored. She didn't mash the button. She does in pod 4, though. That's what they say down home in Ohio, Mike. You got to mash that button.
10 seconds remaining here in Atlasphere. Kimberley and Kristi trying for the decisive score. Here comes Kimberley over pod number 4. She's got it. Kimberley Lentz draws first blood here in Atlasphere with a 3-2 victory. 9-6 the final. Again, each score worth 3 points. Coming up next on the American Gladiators is Hang Tough. Welcome back, Gladiator Arena, with more of our first half finals. The women are set to hang tough. And first up, Kimberley Lentz, who leads Kristi Kropp after one event, 9-6. Kristi looking on and waiting for her turn. Kim will have to go against Diamond.
Oh no, Kimberley.
In previous hang tough efforts, Kimberley has earned a couple of draws, but she's never been able to get all the way across.
Kimberley at 5'4", 135 pounds. Strong, petite, determined. A lot of things come to mind. She's pretty bold, a little aggressive right here. She's heading straight into Diamond, changes her mind, reverses her field. Remember, she has to get out of that blue ring territory in order to score points.
Well, I know one woman who's mighty proud of Kimberley Lentz. That's her mom, Bernice, who's here from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. As I mentioned, she has been here with Kim every step of the way. And her nerves are frazzled about this time, too.
Yeah, Kim gets to vent her hostilities a little bit with the action. Mom has to just take it in, bite her lip.
15 seconds to go. Kim's got Diamond going in the wrong direction. If she can get a ring, she's got a chance for Tim. Here she goes. 7 seconds left. She's got to go for it. Oh! Kim Lentz just inches away from that platform, but she does pick up 5 points for the draw.
You noticed our contenders' arms are a little longer after they compete in hang tough.
Kristi Kropp right now trails Kimberley 14-6. She doesn't score here. She is behind early, and that can be really demoralizing for the contenders.
Well, Kristi, we talked about a little earlier, Mike. You know, we kid about it. She's a little bit of a mental case. She gets so excited. You know, she's a few points behind. It's disaster, and she always wants that cushion. So there's a little added pressure on her here.
She said she's taught herself to focus a little better as this competition has gone on. Now her focus is on diamond.
I beg to differ with she talks about focus, and she has good focus when she's competing. But then she gets to thinking about what happened, and if she doesn't have those points, she gets all worked up. She's doing a nice job here, going down the outside, trying to avoid diamond, but here comes diamond.
Diamond's trying to cut across. Kristi way outside here. She'll need some kind of desperate action to avoid this contact. If she can go for it now, she's got it. She does. Oh, no. I was premature. How about now? Yes.
Yeah. She comes through.
Great stuff.
You said it. That's great focus.
Now watch the reaction of Kristi's competition, Kimberley Lentz. I think she was as amazed by Kristi's performance as anyone. Yes. Tough act for the men to follow. Mark Ortega trailing Tim Goldrick 9-0.
We're going to face off with Laser, 3-1-2 in this event. Means it's going to be a tough time for Tim.
The blue eyes blazing, the face of determination etched on Tim Goldrick. He is set to hang tough. He'll have to do so against Laser. Interestingly enough, between these two fine contenders here in the first half finals, neither Mark Ortega nor Tim Goldrick have ever gotten the full 10 points in this event. They've had draws, but they've never gotten all the way across.
Laser says they're not starting today.
Ready!
Larry, a slight rule change here for this first half final in this event. You'll notice the blue rings that Tim is currently on. To earn a draw, a contender must be completely out of that part of the grid. And right now, he's in draw territory.
He's also in laser territory. Laser trying to anticipate where he's going next. Oh, yeah!
That's why they call it hang tough. Tim did. Now he's got a free shot at Laser's platform.
20 seconds. He should do it, Mike, unless he misses one of those rings or slips off.
This will be his first victory ever in this event. Couldn't come at a better time.
Yeah!
10 points for Tim Goldrick.
Tell me this guy's not emotional, Mike.
And look at his pals from Canyon Country, California. They're going wild over Goldie.
I'm glad we're in a big place. We can give him a little room here.
Tim has opened up a 19-0 lead. You know, our referee, Larry Thompson, doesn't check the contenders' uniforms for foreign substances, but this is not the first time we have seen this happen.
Laser gets the grip but can't maintain, slides off. And why do you think they call it hang tough? As Tim fights the fatigue in his shoulders, but he manages it, comes back to score the big 10 points. A look of determination in that lad's eyes.
And Larry, Tim's 10-point effort has really put Mark Ortega behind the 8 ball. If he doesn't score here, he's down 19-0 after 2 events. So,
Mike, we talked about it at the early part of the show. Mark's a blue-collar kind of athlete. He just comes in. He doesn't get too excited, doesn't show too much emotion. Just goes on smoothly through it. Let's see how he maintains his cool under this kind of pressure.
Come on, Laser. Ready!
Mark's 3 previous hang tough efforts. He's had 3 draws. He drew against Laser in the prelims.
Mentioned it before, he's nicknamed the Juice. Pretty extensive football background. Ran like OJ, bounced off people. He wasn't as fast as OJ. Tell you what, though, he is pretty proficient in the hang tough with the rings, moving across fairly rapidly. Laser just waiting in the middle.
Gotta move!
Again, a contender to score points must get outside of that blue section of rings.
Gotta move, Laser!
Our referee, Larry Thompson, telling Laser, hey, you got to move too, fella. You can't just wait in the middle. Getting crowded out there, isn't it, Mike?
Mighty crowded and not too many rings around either. Mark desperately searching for one with 10 seconds to go.
Again, Larry Thompson telling both fellas, you can't use your legs, you can't kick.
Mark knows he's desperate for some kind of points. Does a complete somersault and lasts the entire 60 seconds. So finally, Mark Ortega on the board. Tim leads now 19-5 after 2 events. Laser's record drops to 3-2-3 in hang tough. Coming up next, Powerball. Mike Adamle and Larry Zonka back with you. More of our first half finals here on the American Gladiators. Tim Goldrick leads Mark Ortega 19-5. The event now, Powerball. And Mark and Tim will have to go against Tower, Gemini, and Nitro. Both Mark and Tim have been excellent in this event in the past. Once again, the contenders have 60 seconds to score as many times as they can. And Powerball is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Super NES. Now you're playing with power, super power.
And that's what Mark Ortega needs to do. He's got a football background. Says this is his favorite event. He needs to score points, and he does.
Both men score right off the bench. Goals in the outside cylinders worth 3 points. Goals in that center cylinder worth 5. And 2 great moves by Mark Ortega. Wow.
Goldrick gets one in the corner, pays the price. He ends up into the wall.
That time Mark passed Tower. Tower comes up limping. Mark Ortega going for that center cylinder again. That's the big payoff. 15 seconds to go. Gemini holding Mark up. Both men running out of gas, but Tim manages to get one by Nitro. One more past Gemini as time expires. This one is going to be close with those last second goals by Tim Goldrick. If the Gladiators looked a little disorganized, well, here's why. Watch these 2 moves by Mark Ortega. Zig, zag. See you later, Gemini.
It's that nickname OJ. And here Tim Goldrick does the duck and score on Nitro.
So that's
and our referee
and
Larry
5 is
Thompson
14,
correcting a mix-up, making an amendment to the
12.
final score.
14-12 is correct. We had the contender who was with the red ball score one of his opponent's balls in this box here, and that goal will count for his opponent.
Translation, Tim was such a whirling dervish out there that even he got confused. He was the designated red contender, but he picked the wrong colored ball and scored for Mark Ortega. As a result, Mark cuts into Tim's lead. Is now 31-19.
Here come our Lady Gladiators, Lace, Diamond, and Storm, ready to do battle in Powerball.
Coming into women's Powerball, Kristi Kropp leads Kimberley Lentz 16-14, but both women excellent in this event. As a matter of fact, when these 2 women met in the second round, Kristi set a American Gladiators record of 7 goals for 25 points.
Both girls score right off the bat.
Nearly run into one another. Both women with great quicks.
Both scoring at will here. Our Gladiators are
totally confused, and again, this is teamwork on the part of the Gladiators. They have to be able to communicate.
Finally, Diamond makes a stop.
Kristi gets by her, though, for that goal. Kim with a great move past Lace. She scores. Here comes Kristi. She's going for that center cylinder.
Oh.
Again, goals in there with 5 points, but she had stepped out of bounds, our spotters rule.
She gets knocked out of bounds by Storm.
5 seconds to go, and both our contenders running out of gas. Kim scores one final goal there, and that is it. Let's tally it up. Kristi and Kim do a real number on Storm, Diamond, and Lace, and a dead tie 15-15. The running total after 3 events, 31-29.
Kristi and Storm might be hugging each other now, but they were knocking heads just a moment ago as Storm denies that goal.
It is halftime here in our first half finals. 3 events to go, plus the all-important Eliminator. In the men's competition, Tim Goldrick leads Mark Ortega 31-19. And on the women's side of the ledger, Kristi Kropp over Kimberley Lentz by 2. Larry, first your impression of the men's competition.
Well, Mark Ortega doing pretty much what we talked about. He hasn't had a point explosion, but he's steadily picking up the points, just like he's done in some of the preliminary rounds. Goldrick, on the other hand, points all over the place, but who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 events. So it's still up there.
And the women?
Kristi Kropp is doing what she always does. She's picking up points, but I think the real story here is Kimberley Lentz. Seems like she always gets behind in points, but it seems to bounce off of her. She's the comeback kid. We'll see if she can do it again today.
Well, one of the women that Kimberley Lentz will have to deal with in the second half of this competition is Blaze. Blaze coming up in a couple of events, Breakthrough and Conquer, and Larry and I have both noticed that you're getting better and better, especially in the contact events like Breakthrough and Conquer. What's been the reason?
Well, as you know, Mike, Breakthrough and Conquer is my favorite event, you know, and I especially like the breakthrough part. So I'm concentrating on going low, actually staying low. I'm not going to the heads. I'm, you know, connecting around the waist and bringing them down.
And that'll be good news to referee Larry Thompson. Best of luck in the second half of this competition.
Okay.
So 3 events down, 3 to go, plus the all-important Eliminator. The task at hand for our women, Swingshot. And they'll have to swing against Diamond, Ice, and Storm. Again, the Contenders' mission here to leap from those towers, spring from their bungee cords, and try to grab one of the yellow, blue, or red balls attached to the center cylinder. Red worth 5, blue worth 3, yellow worth 1. They've got a 60-second time limit. But Larry, as we've seen in the past, the Gladiators have become very adept at stopping the Contenders from doing that.
Well, when you talk about it, sounds easy. When everybody gets gathered there at the pendulum.
A lot of high-flying action.
Lots of things happen.
Kimberley Lentz goes high to get the blue. That's worth 3. And already she has topped her previous best.
Kristi Kropp picking up a yellow.
I love that technique, Larry.
Stormy says no way. Oh, she snags one. Kristi gets a yellow anyway. Storm right in her face.
Help her, help her.
Kimberley a little stranded right now.
Ice trying to keep Kristi away. Kristi had the blue in her hands and let it slip through her fingertips. Kim going high. She's got a yellow. Kristi lost a blue.
Twice Kristi's had a blue almost in her fingertips.
Kimberley lost a yellow on the way back to the tower. 10 seconds to go. Last chances to score here.
Storm slaps Kristi away one last time.
And a low-scoring affair ends between Kimberley Lentz and Kristi Kropp. Kristi picking up 2 points. Kimberley 3.
Kimberley does a great job of displaying a lot of talent, hard work as she goes up. Avoids the Gladiators, who are right at hand. Picks up that yellow ball and almost makes it back. But right at the last minute, she suffers the frustration of banging into the tower.
The men are next, and you're looking at Mark Ortega, who trails 31-19, but this is the contender, the only contender to score in the red zone. Let's go back to the semifinals. Here's Mark now wearing the gray uniform. Watch how high he gets as he picks off the red ball. He actually plucked off 3 in that semifinal. Dropped one of them, however. Look at Rico Constantino, last year's first half winner. He's back to watch the festivities. Nitro, Gemini, and Tower doing battle here.
Good battle. Let's do it.
Here they go. See what I was talking about? Tim Goldrick picks off a blue. That's worth 3 points. Here comes Mark going for the red. Settles for a blue instead. Nice move by him.
Nitro puts a nice block on Goldie.
Mark perhaps getting a little greedy going after those red balls. Those are worth 5 points.
Here's his move. He gets
Got
a blue.
So right now he's got 6 points to Tim's 3.
Tim almost grabbed a yellow and a blue.
That's perfectly legit. You can grab as many as you can get a hold of on a single trip.
20 seconds. Ten seconds to go, Mike.
Mark Ortega's got another yellow ball. He has been able to cut into the lead of Tim Goldrick right here. Right now he's got 8 points to Tim's 5, and that's it. Mark a little bit disappointed he didn't get one of the red balls like he did in the semifinals. You know, when you're attached to a bungee cord, Larry, timing is everything, the way how you spring off the floor.
Well, Mike, just like in the NFL, it comes down to a game of inches. Mark's so close, but he makes the most of the situation and grabs the blue ball even though he can't reach the red.
At least Mark had a chance to reach. Tim Goldrick got clobbered by Nitro in midair. So Mark Ortega, getting unclipped from his bungee cord, has moved to within 9 points of Tim Goldrick. Coming up next for the men and the women on American Gladiators, breakthrough and conquer. Stay with us, a lot more to come.
Get in on the action and join the American Gladiators fan club. Send $3 check or money order to American Gladiators, Van Nuys, California, 91463-0001. Or pick up a fan club application from your local General Nutrition Center.
Our first half final continues here on the American Gladiators. Breakthrough and conquer is the next event, and the women are up first. A look now at Kimberley Lentz, who trails Kristi Kropp by 1 point, 33-32. First, Kim will have to deal with Blaze in the breakthrough and then Ice in the conquering. And remember what Blaze told us down in the Gladiators locker room. She is ready for this event.
So's Kimberley. She got a serious look. Nice move, double back. Almost.
Her knee hit the ground before she broke the plane of the goal line, so no points there.
A couple old running backs up here. You know who we thought won.
Kimberley.
I thought she broke it.
Wait for my whistle. We're waiting.
Ice, the best of the Gladiators in the conquering. Her record 9-3. This will take a terrific effort by Kim to get any part of Ice's body outside that ring. Ice very elusive, 5 seconds to go.
Ice doing a good job.
Make Ice's record 10-3 as Kimberley gets shut out in breakthrough and conquer. And now that the heat of the battle has cooled off, Ice, Kim, and Blaze sharing some lighter moments. Well, I'm glad that's over. Well, here comes Kristi Kropp, ready to take on those two Gladiators in breakthrough and conquer. In her previous effort, Kristi Kropp was not successful in breakthrough portion of this event.
Kristi working a little construction during the summertime, used to throwing that jackhammer around, played a little football with the boys. Let's see how she does against Blaze.
Needs to put the hammer down here. Blaze goes high, and you saw the ruling by referee Larry Thompson. Automatic 5 points for Kristi Kropp. Blaze goes a bit too high, a lot too high.
little clothesline.
Well, so much for Blaze's promise. You might remember at home base halftime, she told us she would never go high again. Well, here's the definitive heave-ho. Baby, you are out of here. Sometimes Blaze just loses control. I think she meant well, though. Well, Kristi Kropp picked up 5 points because of Blaze's disqualification. She's got a chance for another 5 here in the conquering against Ice.
Ready!
Can she pull the daily double?
Get up!
She's got 5. Now she's got 5 seconds.
Oh,
she does it! The power move just rolls Ice over.
Jumps up on the shoulder, gets Ice high, and just does a
that was unbelievable.
power shoulder pullback move, drove her right out of the ring.
Kristi over with her mom, Carol. A big 10 points, and she now leads 43-32.
Kristi with all kinds of moves. First, she tries to jump over top of Ice, gets Ice thinking about it, and then she uses the fullback move and pushes her right out of the ring.
Ice Baby outmaneuvered and maybe on this rare occasion out-muscled by Kristi Kropp. Well, the men are now set for breakthrough and conquer. As you look at Tower and Gemini pumping up the crowd, Tower will handle the conquer portion of this event. Gemini will take care of breakthrough. Tim Goldrick leading Mark Ortega 36-27. He's got the football tucked underneath his arm and ready to try to get by Gemini. There you see his record.
A long time since Tim participated in high school football, but here he goes.
He's taking the angle. Did he step out of bounds?
Barely with his toe.
Larry Thompson said he did.
Just dragged his toe out of bounds a little bit, Mike. Too much,
Tim has 10 seconds to get any part of Tower's body outside of that conquer ring. He's going high, and that's not a good idea.
Tim goes outside the conquer ring.
Now he's going low. Got him close. He had an arm.
Comes up with zeros, Mike.
And that's good news for Mark Ortega because he has a chance to chip into that 9-point deficit. So Tim has left the door open for Mark Ortega. If he picks up the full 10 points, he'll take the lead after 5 events. First up, Breakthrough will have to deal with Gemini. We told you about his football prowess at Whittier Christian High School when he was one of the top running backs in the state of California. There's those OJ moves you were talking about, Larry.
That's not his teammate laying on the ground there either.
He better tuck that ball up tight. Here he goes against Gemini, trying to make the move. He scores
he's in there.
5 for 5 points.
Nice move.
It doesn't happen often, but Gemini was put to sleep by Mark Ortega's fake, and easily Mark gets by and crosses the goal line.
Now he's got to keep the adrenaline up, Mike. He's got to get the whole 10 points here.
He's the only man, the only contender who has been successful against Tower. This is a rematch. Can Mark do it again? Let's see. 10 seconds.
Blue collar lunch bucket guy. He comes to work. Tower's slapping him around.
Tower not about to make the same mistake twice. Oh, he got him mighty close, and that's it. Time runs out, but Mark Ortega does pick up 5 very important points. And after 5 events, Tim's lead over Mark just 4, 36-32. 5 events down and 2 remain, including the all-important Eliminator, but up right now, the wall as our first half final continues. Tim Goldrick leading Mark Ortega 36-32.
Another day on the mountain, another day.
Laser will be following Tim Goldrick up this 32-foot wall. Mark Ortega will have Tower chasing him. Contenders given a 10-second head start. The first man up the wall in 60 seconds or less can earn 10 points.
Mark Ortega, we talked about it. Our blue collar guy. This is where he's got to make his move. He needs just a few points here.
In their 4 combined wall efforts, they are 4 for 4. Tim Goldrick having problem, and Laser's got him, so Ortega in a position to take the lead. This would be a huge swing, Larry.
Ortega's got to make sure of every handhold here. Doesn't really have any problems. He could manufacture one for himself if he slips off. Got plenty of time. No heat from the Gladiator. All he's got to do is go through.
Come on, I'm coming, come on.
Pushes a cameraman out of the way, and he's up there for it. Rock steady. 3 yards and a cloud of dust right through the thing.
And his time, 43 seconds.
Mark Ortega, very happy man. Tim Goldrick, not a happy man. He's led throughout. This is the first time he's fallen behind. He knows it's going to happen to him, and he is ticked off.
Kimberley Lentz and Kristi Kropp set to scale our 32-foot wall. Kimberley in the position she didn't want to be, behind.
Well, we talked about it at the top of the show, Mike. This is exactly what she said she didn't want to happen. She had to make up time in that Eliminator, and it's the next event. It's now or never for this gal.
And after a 10-second head start, Ice will be following Kimberley. Now, Kristi Kropp has yet to make it up the wall in her previous efforts. 0 for 1, and that despite the fact that back at home, she practiced on a makeshift wall. Here, her brother is trying to drag her off. Maybe this time around, that experience will pay off. Let's find out. She'll be followed by Zap.
Kimberley attacks the wall, jumps up to a big lead. Kristi a little indecisive on which grip to take a hold of. Here come the Gladiators.
Kristi's never made it to the top. Kimberley has. Both girls doing a good job so far. Zap with a foothold, loses it on Kristi. Now she's got the left foot.
Kimberley getting closer to the top. Still plenty of time left on the clock, 30 seconds.
Having a little trouble with that handhold. Kristi comes off.
This could be a huge swing for Kimberley Lentz. If she gets the full 10, she'll only be a point behind going into the Eliminator.
She's got to make the grab, Mike. Oh, she let loose with that left hand. Right hand slipped off. Off she came. So close.
And Kimberley knew the moment she lost her grip that a golden opportunity went by the boards. She still trails Kristi Kropp 43-32 going into the Eliminator. Backstage, the men are getting ready for their moment of truth. That Eliminator final is next. The moment of truth is at hand for our 4 contenders. The Eliminator is the final event, and the women will go at it first. And either Kimberley Lentz or Kristi Kropp will be crowned our first half winner and move on to the Grand Championship. Kristi right now has an 11-point lead, good for a 5.5-second head start on Kim. Again, according to our Eliminator scoring format, each point worth a half-second in time. But for Kim, this is just another instant replay. For more on that story, let's go down to Larry Zonka, who's with Kim at the start line. Larry?
Kimberly, we're going to have a regular tradition down here, you and I. This is what, 4th time?
Yes, it is.
You're looking at 5.5. What's going to happen?
Larry, you know what I always say.
Here it comes.
It ain't over till it's over.
Good luck, gal. We'll be waiting.
All right.
Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, this is a rematch between Kimberley and Kristi. They met in the second round. Here's what happened in the Eliminator. Kristi had the head start, then came to the spinning cylinder. She fell off, and that allowed Kimberley Lentz to come from behind. Can she do it again? We're going to find out in just a few seconds. They're set at the start line. The Gladiators underneath the hand bike, waiting to impose a penalty if need be. Storm and Lace on the tower above the final straightaway. Zap and ice. And Larry, Kimberley has to also be thinking about that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The winner will take home $10,000. The runner-up gets $5,000. Kim has had to overcome a 1.5-second deficit, a 4-second deficit, and an 8-second deficit in the semifinals. Can she do it again? Kristi Kropp, on the other hand, has posted the best Eliminator time here in the first half. 1:08. Here she goes, struggling on the hand bike. Here comes Kimberley Lentz. Can she come from behind again? Kristi really struggling, and Kim and Kristi almost neck and neck. Here goes Kristi flying across that cylinder. Kim does the same.
They're both across the logs, heading up the cargo net. This is going to be close.
Side they go, Larry.
It's going to be close, Mike.
Kim is the first to reach the zip line. What a picture this makes. They both land simultaneously, practically. Now over the walls. This will tell the story. Who's stronger? Right now it's Kimberley Lentz. The customer service rep for American Express in New York City is going on to the Grand Championship. Somehow she pulls another rabbit out of her hat. Kristi Kropp blew a 5.5-second head start, finishes the course. She's got to be mighty disappointed. Kimberley Lentz getting a big hug from her fiancé, Warren. What a way to finish again.
Oh, you're great. You beat me, man.
I'd say great race is an understatement. We don't have any losers here. We have a runner-up and a winner. We have our runner-up, Kristi Kropp. And congratulations, you're taking home $5,000, gal.
Thanks, Larry. It was a tough race. I knew I couldn't make mistakes, and I didn't. But she flat out beat me. What can I say?
It ain't over till it's over, and it still ain't over. You've won this round. You've won $10,000, and welcome to our Grand Championship, gal.
All right.
Hey, Kimberly's mother's here.
Hello, baby.
Mike, we're going to keep on celebrating. We're going to throw it back up to you and see who's going to join us from the men's division.
All right, Larry, and Kimberley Lentz saved her best for last. She lopped a full 23 seconds off her previous best Eliminator time, finishing this Eliminator course in 60 seconds flat. That was something special. The men are up next, and Mark Ortega's 6-point lead over Tim Goldrick will give the man from Fullerton, California, a 3-second head start. Now, this is the first time in this competition that Tim has had to come from behind. Will that be a factor? Let's find out. He's with Larry at the start line. Larry?
You're going to have to let it all hang out, and it can be done. We just witnessed Kimberley Lentz.
That just gives me some inspiration. Any mistake he makes, I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'm going as hard as I can. Non-stop. Watch the finish.
All right, we'll be waiting. Good luck.
Tim Goldrick perhaps feeling a little bit of pressure. He failed to score in his previous 2 events. For the Gladiators underneath the hand bike, ready to impose a 7-second penalty should they fall there. Nitro and Thunder on the tower above the final straightaway. Laser and Tower. And once again at stake, a ticket to the Grand Championship. The winner will also take home $10,000. The runner-up will pocket $5,000. Mark's best Eliminator time, the best in the first half season, 48 seconds. Tim's best time, 50 seconds. Let's see who smokes who. Ortega really pumping across on that hand bike, flying across in the cylinder. He's going to be tough to beat, Larry.
Mark hit that cargo net so hard I thought he was going to go on through it. Goldrick right behind him. Mark's maintaining the integrity of that lead as he launches onto the line.
Tim has really cut into Mark's lead.
Right down to the wire.
It's Ortega. 2 seconds. Ortega. And Tim Goldrick, boy, he never gave up. He never gave up for a second.
Mark! Mark! Good job. God, you're awesome.
Mark. Well, it was fun. It was a lot of fun to watch. As I said, we have no losers here. You pick up 5,000 reasons. Keep your head hot.
That's nice. I wanted 10, but 5 will do.
On the other hand, Mark, you pick up the 10, and welcome to the Grand Championship, my friend.
Thanks a lot. Tim was awesome. I had to come from behind. I had to dig in deep. It came out. The guy's awesome. He brought out 100% in me. I'm just glad I'm on.
All right, my friend, enjoy it. Talk to the other winners. Mike, back up to you.
All right, Larry, and in winning the Eliminator and going on to the Grand Championship, Mark Ortega set a new Eliminator record, 47 seconds. Kimberley Lentz and Mark Ortega moving on to our Grand Championship. We'll be back with the closing ceremonies after this as the American Gladiators continues. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our 4 first-half finalists. First, the runners-up. From Andover, Minnesota, our women's runner-up, Kristi Kropp. And our men's runner-up from Canyon Country, California, Tim Goldrick. And now for our first-half winners. Moving on to the American Gladiators Grand Championship. First, from New York City, Kimberley Lentz. And from Fullerton, California, Mark Ortega. Our first half winners.